Whose responsibility was it to change the cat litter?
That would have been my responsibility.
Ah.
Yeah.
Did you ever tell him, hey, come down and change the cat litter?
No, I kind of stayed out of that.
Yeah, I can
but
understand.
I thought it a lot, change the litter.
All right, I have nothing further.
Here's the thing, Mr. Euler. Your friend is asking for $3,800, and you've provided 3 photos. Would you say that the damage in these 3 photos equal $3,800? Honestly, because you seem to be like a really straight shooter, really honest.
I would say no, but to me, sentimental value. Sentimentally.
Wait. These are sentimental why? Your grandmother gifted them to you, or?
No, because it was the
Tell me
only
the
couch I
sentimental
owned
value.
at the time.
Huh?
It was the only couch I owned at the time, so I just cared about it.
And what is this? I don't know what this is.
Oh, that's a fur coat. I got that at Goodwill. But it was the only thing
You
I
got
had
that
when they
where?
were
Was it
asking
the
me
only
for
fur
evidence.
coat?
When they were asking me for evidence, it was the only thing I had. I hadn't washed them yet. I'm like, all right.
Okay, so what about all these clothes that you said got ruined? Why didn't you take pictures of those?
Because I didn't think I was getting sued at the time.
Like, you didn't see any reason to document the destroyed
the
clothes.
time,
You threw
no.
them away, thinking,
yeah.
I lost the clothes.
How much did you pay?
I believe that.
For the
How much did you
clothes?
pay for the coat?
That was like $20.
You bought a fur coat. You call it a fur coat. For $20. I feel like the clothes that you're referencing were probably cheaper than that.
Only fur
Because this is the good stuff right here.
Yeah.
I feel like this is as good as
Yeah,
it
but
gets
it's
in your closet.
his one and only fur coat.
Yeah. Well, that's
I
the
can
only thing I
understand
really
why
had
the cat
left. A
had
lot of the
fur
other
coats.
stuff got tossed away. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
even have shoes to wear today. Cats peed on my nice shoes, so.
So give us a figure, because you didn't provide anything. No itemized list.
Probably
Don't say $3,800.
$2,000, at least $2,000. Probably around.
$2,000?
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Do you acknowledge that you owe him some rent?
Yeah.
If not 7 months?
Yeah.
How much do you feel like is fair?
Probably like $1,000, $1,500.
Okay.
Did you want to say anything about how much he wants to give you?
I don't think it was worth $2,000, whatever he said. $20 coat don't sound like it's worth $2,000.
All right, we're going to excuse the parties, and we'll deliberate and resolve this for both of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Courtroom is now in recess. These two are characters. I think they're still friends, too. I said former friends. They seem to be friendly, even through all of this. But listen, you have the defendant who admits that he was behind in rent. So I do believe that the plaintiff deserves some of the back rent. And I say some because he admits that he was responsible for these cats. And I do believe that there was some damage to the defendant's property.
I agree.
The only issue I have, though, is even though it was the plaintiff's responsibility to take care of these cats, he still didn't know that there was an ongoing issue, other than one specific instance.
Yeah.
The defendant didn't necessarily give him an opportunity to help the situation. Keeping that in mind, I would say we should deduct some money owed to the plaintiff, but just not as much, just because he wasn't aware that his cats were an issue.
The only issue I take with that is, as a cat owner, you know when you're not cleaning the litter box. It's a dire situation when a cat goes outside a box. I think the plaintiff definitely knew or should have known, as opposed to this being sort of an undetectable issue. He knew.
Here's where I would kind of like draw the line. I'm thinking $2,000 to the plaintiff. Tell you what,
I'd
tell
give
you what
him
I'm
even
saying
more.
that you'd give the plaintiff more.
I'd give the plaintiff more.
And
Yes,
you'd give the plaintiff
I would
more
because
well.
Because the defendant gave us 3 photos. The most expensive thing was the $20 fur.
So what are you suggesting?
I would take off a minimal amount for some damage to his property.
I agree. I would give
wanna
him
get-
max $100 for that. All of that. It's 3 photos.
Well, no, there's
No,
a
no,
but,
no.
but there's damage to the couch.
I have no doubt that.
We don't know where he got
first
that
of
couch
all,
from.
He said, I don't have a lot of clothes, but what I have I like, and they're important to me. I'm not going to presume because he had a $20 fur coat from, secondhand stores that therefore that's his taste. I think we should give him the benefit of the doubt. Give him $1,000 credit. Sounds good to me.
Instead of 800?
Instead of-
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, no.
Because I like the guy.
We're in uncharted water.
No,
It's
this
all
is
relative.
one of those cases where we just arbitrarily pull some numbers together.
Yeah, I
And
think
the
there's-
defendant is lucky that I actually did find them funny
Yes.
and likable. So I'm okay with
Look,
giving him
perfect.
1,000.
I think a $1,000 credit over the lifetime of his tenancy is probably acceptable.
Sure.
So I'm on board with that.
Okay.
So we have a verdict.
We have a verdict, yes.
Yes.